What if the Jedi took in Maul? We know what happened to the apprentice of Darth Sidious. He was cut in two and sent down into the depths of Naboo by Obi-Wan Kenobi. Later, he was found to have survived on hatred and darkness, eventually reclaiming a place in the galaxy as a Sith practitioner. But what if when he was crawling around with only his upper body, that he was actually discovered by the Jedi and taken to Coruscant? Similar to what happened to Revan in the Jedi Civil War. Let's discuss that now. Maul's eyelids were swollen and soaked by tears of agony and hatred, moaning and grunting each time he used an arm to pull himself forward. But eventually he came to a full stop, all as a party of 3 Jedi stood above him, Jedi who desired to know more about the re-emergence of the Sith after a millennia. So with a wave of a hand, the lead Jedi rendered Maul unconscious and collected his body with his counterparts. Soon, the defeated Iridonian was medically tended to and taken to Coruscant, the place he would finally reawaken. And by now, the Jedi Council had determined that Maul was no doubt the apprentice to the Master, not the other way around. When Maul finally came to, he would blink many times, feeling himself bound to a table by tight leather straps, his breaths choppy. Where am I, he would ask, seeming changed somehow. That is when Jedi Master Mace Windu would step from the shadows, pulling down the hood of his brown cloak. You are in the Jedi Temple of Coruscant. You were injured in a speeder accident. But worry not, young Jedi, your order has you now, offered Mace, releasing Maul's binds. And in truth, Maul accepted the words as they came to him, rubbing at the back of his head. But what he didn't know is that after his capture on Naboo, is that the Jedi used strange, ancient techniques on him, using the Force to suppress memories from Maul's mind and change his very identity. Even if he still looked like Maul and sounded like Maul, he wasn't, at least for now, at least not while the effects of the Jedi arts played strongly on his susceptible mind. As time eventually passed, Maul would take up brown cloaks himself, but he was never permitted to leave Coruscant or sent on many missions. The Jedi counselors dealt with him almost directly most of the time, seeing to his training and eventually heavy works of meditation. You see, they may have suppressed his memories of the Sith and Sidious, but those memories were still there, living inside Maul's mind. They knew that he wouldn't release them easily, so they took the long route. And it was in these meditation sessions that they would train the former Sith assassin to reach out with his feelings, and work to bring about visions unknown to them, the secrets and identity of the true Sith Lord. This all sounds very un-Jedi-like, however, in such a troubling return of the Sith, they would bend. By now, the Jedi Order had become more cocksure and certain in their decisions, even the questionable ones, so they continued with this plan, and it would take years to complete it. Over time, they would begin to learn more and more from Maul, even the name Sidious, that the two Sith of the rule never truly faded or died out, that they always lived on, passing on their knowledge and killing the Master. But they wouldn't learn what was most important, where to find this Dark Lord, Maul's former master. After years had passed, the Jedi did not give up. Maul was a long-term investment, and his Coruscant localized training had led him to have a fruitful relationship, that of the Master and the Padawan, for he was the Padawan of Sindralig, a wise Jedi Master who was perfect for the role, one who could also be trusted with the Council's deepest secret regarding the former Sith. And when the Clone Wars finally erupted, Maul would fight with the Jedi and the clones. The Council had hoped that this would continue to ease him into his second self, and give his mind more to think upon, therefore making it more easy for him to work on his secret revealing meditations. They had realized it was so difficult before because of his doings. He was stuck on Coruscant. He could only put his mind and body to do so much. He could only focus on those things, but with his mind spread out, that began to change. Which is why that one day, many years later, during a battle on the world of Corellia, Sindralig and Maul would come face to face with General Grievous. In the end of the battle, right before Grievous escaped, he would look back to the Jedi and say this: And one day my army will doom your republic. We'll start by cutting the head off your chancellor. And because of this, something sparked within Maul. He would gasp and look to Sindralig, clutching at his vestments. A revelation had washed over him. Master, the Dark One in my visions. Palpatine. Chancellor Palpatine. This has been Dank Farrik, and until the next time, stay safe and may the Force be with you, now and always.